Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Monday. All right. Boy, I tell you, May's burning. It's burning fast. All right. So here we are on the 18th. We got Memorial Day weekend coming. We got a Monday off next week. That's nice. We got Nvidia is going to report on Wednesday. Their last three reports have been a miss. See what that one. All right. See if they want to go 4 for 4, if they want to go 3 for 4. All right. But so yeah, Nvidia will report on Wednesday. So kind of tech, kind of get ready for that, and we'll see what happens there. And we got Walmart's going to report at the end of the week. Walmart has made such a move to the upside. It's I don't know if there's much room. They're going to have to really impress with numbers to get this thing back up to that 135 area that we've been kind of watching. I have been watching Walmart. And it's been pretty good. It got up to 134.69. That was our high right there, and that's been a while ago, guys. All right, that was in February. All right, so what have you done for me lately here at Walmart? Trying to take that. I took the 2 up on the month, but it kind of stalled out. And as you can see, that was your week. So you get the outside week with the 313, and you're going to be inside again here, 131 and change. All right, so that's going to report. Oil is still elevated. We're sitting at on the crude here. Where we at today? Now we're still above 100 right now. We're starting to break a little bit. All right. 95 would be the magic number on the light sweet crude to get this whole thing to start to push down a little bit. But going into Memorial Day, probably we should see the highest gas prices, hopefully, for the year. All right, hopefully for the year. All right, we're almost at $6 here in Chicago right now, $5.70 something cents. All right, so give us some relief over here. All right, so again, oil staying up, right? So go make that dough. All right, so crude, we'll see what today brings. Energy. We got a couple of stocks moving here, man. What we said, we talked about this on the other day about how the utilities are down and who's powering all the data centers that are being built. Where's all the power that's going to come for? That's going to provide the power for the data centers. All right, nuclear, electricity. All right, it's not going to be oil. Okay, it's not going to be oil that's going to be running these. So embrace the fact that all these stocks are moving to the downside right now. Right, we got Oklahoma down here, a lower. We'll go through a few names. I'm not going to go through too many, but the utilities are down. They took a big hit on Friday to the downside. Emerson was another one, took a big hit to the downside. So they've moved down a little bit. We're definitely going to watch that sector because I think, I'd like to see if they really want to pound these things down and we can find some bargains out there, all right? We can find us some bargains, all right? So that's the move there. Tech, waiting on NVIDIA and, every day somebody gets taken out and gets a pin on their shirt and they get to go home and show their mommy. All right. Say, look at, I'm up 10% today. All right. So, and I expect more of that. Look at it. Cisco did it now. They popped that one up. Look what they did to Qualcomm. If anything, I might like the Cloudflare a little bit this morning here. I think this group, I like where they're coming from. They finished the day pretty decent, man, with the inside day here. 2-1 on IBM, 220.73. We're trading at 218.55, so you're going to be inside that day here, that one day. I just like where they're coming from on the daily here now, all right? So there's your IBM. Salesforce is another one. Had a day up on Wednesday, on a Friday. And Friday was pretty red across the board. Salesforce trying to push back up to 173.50. So you're going to be inside day here. All right. So no hurry for anything this morning, especially with NVIDIA coming. So sit tight. All right, sit tight. All right, but this group might be a little bit better here. D-Dog, get the dog. Datadog, I mean, the thing really moved up, all right, to 211.28. This is a gap or upper that needs to triangle out some more, in my opinion. 206.19 right now. All right, so 206.19, you are going to be firmly stuck inside that day on D-Dog. All right, so that group I kind of like a little bit. Snowflake, they're just picking around the tech world and seeing, who hasn't moved, and then they go after those. All right, so Snow, not bad with the 3-1-2 day on Friday. I mean, nice setup here with the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday move to the upside on Snow. You finished the week with the 2 up, and you got the month up. All right, this thing looks better. All right, we'll see what NVIDIA brings to the table. All right. Again, 3 misses in a row. So, maybe they're going to break that pattern, So 2-1 inside here on Snow Dog on the 6 hour. Not looking so bad, really. Okay. I don't know if I go chasing any of this stuff up here right now, but let's see what it brings. All right. So the Cloudflare group is a little bit better. XLK, we'll take a look. Just solid gone up to 180.22. Trying to come back up again here, 177.06. They're any opportunity they get, I guess they're going to go after tech. So a couple ones that I'm watching. I watch Marvel. It really made the move 2 days ago on Thursday. That was crazy move. It was starting to look like that diamonds look on the daily. When I pull that diamonds up, remember what that looks like, because it's going to look exactly the same. All right, so Marvel trying to come up again here now, pushing at 181. Sorry, I cannot buy Marvel at elevated prices like that. All right. Now, if I want to see something break to the downside, I might be looking at that for a day trade. Something that you want to do during that day. All right. So Marvel a little bit better, and I like the A-Lab. Again, they got away. They got away up 234 now. Sorry, I can't pay 234 for you right now. All right. She finishes the day with the outside. 234.78. You're 2-2 up here, and this thing is great. It's having a great year. All right, but before that, it was a very depressed year. Okay, so things have really turned around. So there will be some kind of pullback on tech, and we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I can't say. It wouldn't surprise me if everything turns around and just rips and right back up to the upside. We'll see what happens, okay? Cisco, this was the move up on the gapper day, all right? And now you got a 2-1 going inside. I think we're a little bit lower here in the morning, so 117.65. So you're going to be inside day on that Cisco. And then these are ones that I'm watching now. Intel, I watch Intel. She broke down to 108, and she came back down. This was a nice pullback, and then you get that hammered day, and today we're at 110.40, so we're going to be just hovering above yesterday's highs from Friday. All right, trying to take them up. I can't chase these things up here. All right, so I see Intel room here, right? Get back up to 132. If it gets a nice head of gusto here, we'll see what Monday, Tuesday brings, and then we wait for NVIDIA. All right. So Intel, those are the ones that I'm kind of focusing on, and I watch that Taiwan Semi a lot too. TSM, again, this one kind of moved back to the downside here, and better now at 404 right now. It's 408.98, so very close to taking day up on Taiwan Semi. So I do think Taiwan Semi goes higher. I like 399. I like 398. I like around that area. Okay. Take a quick look at the Mag 7 here. They made the 2-2 down move on Tesla. Tesla's now back to 419. It made that strong move up to 453. So we're not really doing anything right now. We're going to be inside day. We're going to be 419. We're actually taking day down this morning, okay, at 421. So 419.55, we're just slightly lower here, but Tesla looks to maybe bring it back in a little bit more. Give me some triangling out back to 401. What do you say? Hey, all right, let's see with Tesla's. Microsoft, I think where's she at now? She's at that 420, 421 area, probably running into some exhaustion risk here at this 420. I got to say, Microsoft 402, 403, that's where I would be. I wouldn't be chasing it either, especially waiting to see. Probably, the market's coming in very quiet today, very, very quiet today. After a big, kind of, they rustled them up pretty good on Friday, and then today they just throw us a curveball, and they don't want to do anything here. All right, so Meta, where are you at? Meta's having a hard time. I think that group is good, but we'll see what happens with that. Okay, so Meta, there's. I'm not going to go on too much about tech, and I want to go through the sectors, and then I'll go through the diamonds here. All right, so what do we got this morning that's coming down? Well, we got the staples seem to be falling out of bed again. Buy on weakness. All right, so come back down here on the big outsider on Friday. They kind of crushed them to a little bit to the downside, and you're a little bit lower now, 84.41. All right, we want to buy this one in weakness. All right, so we'll wait and see. But the diamonds are just a tad. The diamonds are starting to move right now. SPY just came out. Something just came out here. So there you go. Take a quick look there. Diamonds just popped up here, okay, to the upside. I don't think we really had too many numbers that were out to sources. So maybe some news out there somewhere. All right, so diamond, I'll take it. All right, I still like them airlines. I'd wait for the utilities, wait for the Yokohamas. All of those right now are not good right now. All right, so the utilities are going to stay down, and then we'll see if we can get that XLC Communications group, get it going here. We'll see on this one. Finishes with the 2-day down. And it's not showing us it's doing anything here this morning. We're around 115.67, so quiet in there. Can we revive the patient? It just keeps falling apart. It gets up, it goes up, blah, 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 blah. All right, so coming back down here now on XLV, still sticky and just not ready to go anywhere at this point. You do have an outside week, so we'll see how we'll kind of gauge it from here right now on the XLV with the big outsider. We'll see if anything comes of that. What else here? So XLY is starting to move up a little bit better this morning now. XLY on your discretionary group. That group is pretty stout too, I gotta say. Let me see here real quick. I'm going to pull up a couple of names. All right, try to get this wrapped up as quick as possible. I know I don't want to take up too much of your time, and I know it's hard for you to. Here we go. Cyclicals, not much here. ACI. Let's see the big names here. Boot, you're going to get the Boot, all right? Boot had a big day down on Boot Barn coming down here, all right? Still lower there. Chewy is one of the ones that was been moving to the downside. Chewy, they'll get the food, the dog food, and then you can watch that other one too. Fresh Pet, FRPT. Where's that one thing at? $49. So that one fell apart too. Come back inside. All right, so not too much here. Maybe some of the gambling stocks. I think this might be a little better. Wynn Casino put up a hammer day. Kind of stuck in the middle there. Doji coming back up here though a little bit. All right, so Wynn, me Jenny, 421 guys all day. 421 if you can get it at 421. It really has stalled out on the monthly though, and on the weekly. So let this thing breathe for a little bit. It made a move, and she doesn't recover quickly after running. All right, so Jenny and then DraftKings, we'll see if any of those get a little bit better. They started to try to get better here on the dailies, and then you see that DraftKings kind of fell apart again too. So that we'll see what the gambling stocks can do. All right, so the utilities are trying to pick it up here a little bit this morning here. XLU is now inside with a greener, coming back up with the 2-1 inside. So and then Emerson took a real pounding on Friday. Let's see, where's that thing? Still sitting heavy on Emerson, all right? Electric is the new oil, all right? Don't forget that. They're driving these things down because they know they're going to buy them up. All right, so we're on it. We're on it. All right, we're watching this move to the downside, and we'll see if they start to change. All right, a couple other things I'm looking at here this morning. Boeing. Back to that. I hate where it's at right now at this 222. I can't buy it. I can't sell it. I can't do anything. I'm handcuffed. Get me back up to 245 and I'll just be happy again. All right. So Boeing is a 312 though. 312 on the 6 hour right here as you see it. That's a 312, right? All right. Biggie heavy 2-day down. The volume kind of dropped. The sellers lost control on Friday. As you can see, the volume dropped significantly. All right. So we'll see if anything pops from there. Looking just across the board here. Apple, so strong, makes new highs. Gotta think Apple's going higher here. I kind of like this microchip. If any of these ones right now, I sort of like this microchip a little bit. It was a shooter down day, and it closed on the lows. I love that. All right, 2 up on the hammer, coming back fighting here on microchip. All right, this one shooter down, gave up the whole month, but it didn't die, which means it can be refilled. All right, so microchip. See there. Airlines. I think the airlines again, but use your stops. I love HPE. I think this stock continues to move higher. HPE has just been great. I trade this one. I bought some lower, and I've been hanging on to it, and it's been great. Finally, they got that day down yesterday on Friday, and here they are fighting back up another 3-1-2 that you see right there going back up. All right. Futures just made a move to the upside. We'll wrap it up here. Here's the SPY. I didn't see what pushed them up here, but they just got a little bit of a nudge. All right, so looking from the day pattern, strictly making it real easy here. 743.37. Okay, 743. We are trading at 740. We're trying to hit 741. So it's about $2 and change to take the SPY back up and go back up to the highs. All right, SPY. That's where you is this morning. All right, and triple Qs, same thing here, kind of finished stuck in the middle with you, undecided, very undecided with the red one here. And look at the week, stalled out completely. Month is still stout. All right, still stout, not breaking by any stretch of the imagination. And here they come. All right, you see them on the 6 hour and you see them on the 60 coming back up. All right, they will come back in. All right, so nice little move there. And then we go to the diamonds. and they are moving to the upside now, and we're going to have to get all the way back up to 497.91. That's about $2.30 to get back up. All right, so on our sectors this morning, XLK moving to the upside. All right, XLK moving to the upside. You see it right there, XLK. Here comes the banks here a little bit, trying to come back up on your right here on your 6 hour and your hour. Just look at these two right here. All right, there still is trouble up here, but I want you to just kind of pay attention here for today. All right, outside day to XLF. All right, so XLF getting a little bit here this morning. We got XLU. We just tried to talk to you about that. You know, they're down and out in Beverly Hills, but I got a 2-1. I got a nice 2-1 cooking on a 6 hour. All right. And they're going to run, but they're probably going to die down. All right. And then XLP is starting to lift back up a little bit. And then XLC Communications, like the group, it's got our SATs, and SATs is in the news this morning. So satellite stocks here, SATS's on the move here this morning. Got up to 147. That's a new all-time high. All right. That's on the overnight. Now it's coming back down. So satellites, I love Siri. Just stay in the series. Stay in the series. She's good. And she pulled back a little bit with the rest of the market. She got it pulled back nice. All right, so this thing's starting to set up to possibly get back, but we'll wait and see. All right, so Netflix isn't doing anything. This thing is dead, man. I don't know what's going on with Netflix. They jumped the rates to $20 a month, man, and everybody's like saying, you know, they don't want to pay it, but they're gonna pay it. You're gonna pay a lot of money for TV. Ooh, find a new hobby. All right. So Netflix, there you go. That group kind of just not really getting it done. Meta's a little bit better, and then Disney's in there as well. So I watch that communications, but I think that satellite group is the one you want to keep an eye on. ASTS and SATs are the two you want to watch on that group, and I love that series satellite. All right, XLY is moving to the upside. XLV made a little bit of a move to the upside that pulled back a little bit. All right, 21 minutes. I talked too long. All right, everybody, have a wonderful, wonderful day. I hope you had an awesome weekend. It was beautiful here. It was really, really nice. We got some rain. The flowers are going crazy, so everything's good. And I'll be back during the day, and be good. Be good.